Hey, okay, good morning. Sorry about that. Last second restroom explosion. So, good morning. The Pup Cup returns. So I had planned on starting earlier this morning. My apologies. I got caught up into watching something and then I totally forgot. And by the time I remembered, I was like, oh shit, it's Pup Cup time. So good morning. Welcome to the Pup Cup. Today's Pup Cup is brought to you by Haag Classic from Prague. It's instant coffee from Prague. And it tastes... Well, it tastes like instant coffee from Prague. I don't know what else to say. It's not bold. It's not light. It's just coffee. Very, very governmental coffee. So, how's everybody doing this morning? How's things? I don't have any topics set for...
Take out good vibes.
Hey, Chris, thank you for showing up this morning. What the fuck is this? Okay. So yeah, I had a little bit of trouble yesterday, and I think that we can talk about that. We can talk about whatever you like to talk about, but man, I just cannot get my fucking voice settings dialed in to fucking Discord. Anyway. So, if you saw yesterday's Pup Cup, which is about a minute long, I was really not on the verge, I was having a total meltdown. And, sometimes... the unexpected happens in your life, even with your loved ones, and you just have to go with it. And sometimes things are very, very hard, but you deal and you try and get through it. And I think that we've gotten through it.
Psych 1 question. The World War Z is like Left 4 Dead. I see a video and it looks same.
World War Z, and I can play World War Z for you if you like later today. World War Z is kind of like Left 4 Dead. I would say that they're different in the sense that the game plays completely differently. But, I mean, the theory is the same, yes. Yeah. But the gameplay is pretty different. In my opinion. So, the physics of like the zombies and stuff in World War Z is like better and worse at the same time, in the sense that the zombies and stuff, like the way they run at you and stuff and the way they kind of pile up is a little bit more interesting in World War Z. But the way it's like one shot kill, like it's super easy in World War Z to just knock down a zombie. It's like just one shot, one kill. And I don't know if I like that. And then the way they fall down, like when you kill them, it's just like they just like ragdoll, like it's kind of it's I don't know if I like that. The story also seems a little weak. It's like a graphically Uh-oh. Is my chair going to fall apart? It's made some kind of sound. That'd be hilarious if it fell apart right now. Oh boy, it made some other sound again. It's like a graphically updated Left 4 Dead, if you want to put it that way. You know, World War Z is like an updated Left 4 Dead. Personally, I mean, I like Killing Floor 2. Killing Floor 2 is more... First of all, it's more gross. Okay, and then second of all, there's like so many cool weapons and things you can do in Killing Floor, and it's hard. Like Killing Floor 2 is hard because they rush at you hard. You know, it's not like in World War Z where you're just kind of going around shooting zombies here and there. In Killing Floor 2, they like, yes, yeah, you know, they rush at you. Like, they like come at you. Which one do you want to see? World War Z, or do you want to see Killing Floor 2? It's all up to you. You can see either. So what else is going on? Nothing really happening in tech news. Kind of slow news. I mean, the big news of the day is Ryzen 4000 on mobile. That, I think, shocked... Well, I don't want to say shocked the world, but it definitely shocked the tech world. We weren't expecting it to be that amazing. Oh, boy, that coffee. Oh. Oh.
Both of them one day Killing Floor, one other the World War Z.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that for sure. Have you seen Killing Floor before? Oh. I don't know if this pup cup's going to be long or short just because this coffee is like... I don't know if I want to try and just drink it down or just take my time with it. Ugh. It's just not good. You know, so speaking of coffee, you know, I like to drink... The pup likes to drink very... very strong French roast. I'm a French roast kind of person, and I like to drink very dark French roast. To the point where it might as well be fucking espresso. And with a touch of cream or flavoring cream. It's my favorite. This, on the other hand, is some kind of instant... I don't even know what, and it's a bit much. It's a bit much. You know what? Why don't I just turn my gain all the way down, and then that way I don't have to worry about it, and then that way, there. Now we're at line level. Perfect. Should be clear. If my microphone's screwed up, yes, let me know.
I see also a video. Killing Floor looks very good.
Yeah, Killing Floor is quite good. And Killing Floor also has very good graphics. And I think one thing I love about Killing Floor as well is the audio is really good. It's really well done. You know, for me, you know, when I'm playing a game... all the components have to come together, and so that's video, gameplay, audio, story, you know, all of it. I'll forgive a game for having, you know, poor video or poor audio.
In two parts.
Excuse me, if the story's good, but you know, yeah, I have part 2. I have Killing Floor 2. You know, but it's like again, like, I'll forgive a game like, that has weak story if it has a tremendous graphics. But then sometimes, like, even a tremendous graphics and tremendous audio aren't going to save a game that's really weak, I'm trying to think of an example right now, but I can't think of one. So, way to go on me. But yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But what are you doing, Chris? What are you up to right now? It's let's see. Right now it is. Don't tell me. Should be about 8 o'clock dinner. It should be about between 7 and 9 o'clock your time. 1700 or I'm sorry. Between 1900 and 2200 hours over there. 2100 hours over there at where you're at. Is that correct? Should be dinner time or past dinner time in your time zone. Anyway, if you guys have some topics you want to discuss, just let me know in chat. It's this is a freewheeling
I was having
kind of thing.
Asphalt 8. 7 days nitro, tank, and tuning kit
yep.
for $5.
I got the same offer too. And it's weekly. You get that weekly. So every week they give you that bundle. It's a 7-day kit that you can get every 7 days for $5, which means $20 a month will get you boosted. So now I'm like, okay, that's much better than the way it was a minute ago, but still pretty shitty. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that game. Ay. It's just ay. Can you hear me okay? My level meters say no, but oh wait, is that a 0? No, that's not a 0. That's la 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 la. Oh, I guess it's okay. All right, -3 is loud enough. So what else is new? Looking forward to Navi 2X.
7 days because I am not sure if I play
exactly, and that's the way they get you. 7 days tune kit, but yet are you going to play every 7 days? If you buy that thing, you better play the shit out of it. Oh, it's such a ripoff. Gameloft, what the fuck? Oh, this coffee. I should have brewed some. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to grind the beans and then take. I was already late with Pup Cup, and I was like, shit. If I grind the beans and brew the coffee, it'll already be like 8 o'clock. So,
I prefer 1 to 3 hours kits.
Yeah, I prefer the 3-hour kit. I can commit to 3 hours, but I'm not going to commit. Or I can commit to 1 hour much easier. But these weird 8-hour kits and 6 hour, or whatever. I'm like, what? Who? They did that on purpose you waste them. You just waste them. It's just stupid. But anyway, what else is going on in the world of technology? I love technology. So let's see. Looks like Ryzen 4000, which is Zen 3, will be out towards the end of the year, which is exciting.
Here in Greece is 1750.
Oh, okay, 1750. Okay. Really? It's only 5:50. It's only 6 o'clock. What time is it? Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. So you're exactly 12 hours on the mark, I think, from me. Oh, wait, that's 550. Sorry. So that's 12, 10 hours. Don't I have you programmed into here? I thought I did. I guess not. Okay.
Yes, near 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So Ryzen 4000 promises to be a good 15-20% improvement in IPC, which is excellent. And then floating point is supposed to be something like ridiculous, like 100% improvement. But I mean, the real chunker is Navi 2X coming at the end of the year, which is just, we're waiting for it. Everyone's thirsty for this graphics card, and I mean, we're talking some real thirsty bitches. I mean, I'm one of those thirsty bitches waiting for that graphics card, waiting for what it's going to cost, what's its performance going to look like, what's the feature set going to look like. We know it's going to be DirectX 12 Ultimate, so we already know it's got baseline features of that. But beyond that, what is it going to do? All that good stuff. So that's kind of exciting. I think in the near term, this year's already flying by pretty quick. We've got the consoles coming up. I don't know, what's your guys' decision? Who here wants a PlayStation? Who here wants an Xbox Series X? Who wants both? Let me know in the chat. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys are interested in. Personally, I'm more in the Xbox camp for a few reasons. Mostly just because that's where I've been all these years. I've owned only one PlayStation, and it was the PlayStation 3, which was probably not the best PlayStation to own. And it was really, really it was really a letdown of an experience with that PlayStation. And so I never went back. But yeah, Xbox is looking pretty good. And amidst all this Corona, I worry about the schedules of everything this year. Is it excuse me, are we gonna see everything come online on time, or not? I mean, you've got these two consoles that fight for a supply chain that it's pretty identical, right? Like, they need identical parts. AMD's providing the processor units, of course. So you've got that, but then you have I do have Dead by Daylight, yes. But then you have all the DDR, you have all the fans, you have all the other controllers and other chips that are like pretty similar, if not exactly. Oh, excuse me, if not exactly the same. How is the supply chain going to handle the burden of this with Corona impacting everything going on in supply chain right now? Are they going to recover in time for a release this holiday? Microsoft is saying, yes, everything's going to release this holiday. Don't worry, you get your console this Christmas. It's supposedly releasing near Thanksgiving. I don't buy that anymore. I think Thanksgiving is like off the charts. Please,
if you can play it today or another day,
off the scratch pad. It's gonna have to be December at best. PlayStation, now you've got rumors that's overheating, and then yet you've got developers saying no, that's not true, and some developers saying absolutely it's true. So who do you believe? I'm tending to believe the developers that are saying that it is having some issues with thermals, just because on paper that fucking thing should be smoking hot, because the clock rate of the GPU alone has got to make some sweat in that box. Now, that's fine, Danny, but if they're going for the slim, sleek look that they always go for, there's no fucking way. No way that has the thermal capacity to hold that machine. So if they designed something like that, it's probably not working. Now, if that's the case, I heard that they're going to redesign they may not make this console cycle at the same time as Xbox, which would be tremendous blow to Sony if they don't get it out in time. Now, the reason why I kind of agree with this thinking of the Sony having issues is we've seen the controller, we've seen the badge, which God, like we didn't know what it was going to look like, the PS5 badge. And we've seen some rough specs, or not rough specs, we've seen most specs, not all, but most, through Mark Cerny's, developer day thing. But we haven't seen the fucking console. Where is it? Why haven't we seen the console this far into it? With Microsoft showing all their cards on the table. And if Microsoft's putting all their cards on the table, they must be pretty dang confident in what they've got.
Which one of Xbox, PS5 is more powerful FND? What are the differences?
So, please, if you can play it today I can play Dead by Daylight sometime for sure. I'll try and get a group going. When comes the next new Xbox and PS5? I want the Xbox. It should be between November and December. This is the release. It was scheduled for late November, but I don't think they're going to make it for late November. It's probably going to be mid-December because of coronavirus and everything else. Which one of Xbox, PS5 is more powerful, and what are the differences? Okay, so this is a difficult question to answer, and I really would need to get some spreadsheets going and show you guys some things. There's okay, from a technical fundamental point of view, Microsoft has gone what we call like really wide, okay, with their build. They've got a lot of execution. I'm sorry, not execution. They got a lot of CUs, okay, or shader cores in there. The compute units, so they can do a lot more work if you can fill up those compute units and get those running. Sony has chosen to go more narrow, but a lot.
I did like also good morning, Bugs.
Hey, good morning, Beardo. Oh, good, we can play. Sony has taken a narrower approach and gone much faster on the clock speed. So it still has less teraflop power, but you guys need to realize that teraflop is kind of like a useless number. It's not an indicator of relative performance between two machines, because the way the teraflops are calculated is really on a per machine basis, and should not ever be used to compare one versus the other when things are not equal, like when clock speeds are not equal or CU sizes are not equal, etc., etc. So to answer the question, which is more powerful, I on paper the Xbox Series X is more powerful, but only in some regards. The one thing that PlayStation really has going for it, I should say a couple things. The one big thing PlayStation really has going for it is its input-output, its I/O, and that is the super fast SSD storage that they offer. Almost 10 gigabytes per second, which is it's not even available on PC. It's super customized, super expensive storage, and it's going to deliver experiences like we've never seen before, like no loading times in games, no loading screens on the thing, no hitching or stuttering, no, like I just did, no pop in on stuff. I mean, just tons of different things, like, and huge worlds can be made now because of it. So that's one thing. I also like the haptic feedback on the DualSense controller. That's right, it's called DualSense, not DualShock anymore. The haptic feedback is a different type of motor response feedback, than the rumble motors. It's a much more sensitive and much more detailed type of feedback. So you can really feel like if you're walking, through mud, or if you're walking through a dry field, or if you're walking on wood, like you can feel that sensation, that it feels closer to what you're doing. So that's really neat. The pressure release triggers, also really neat. that the developers can control how much pressure you have to exert on the triggers to do stuff. So, to fire a gun like a shotgun, you might need extra force on that trigger than you would for like a Glock, for example, which is just really exciting. And then the haptic feedback will give you such a much better, when you fire that shotgun, it's going to feel like a shotgun, well, to some degree. And when you fire that Glock, it's going to feel like a Glock, So yeah, that's really neat. Xbox, what it's got going for it is a much wider, GPU design, which is going to allow it to do much better ray tracing than I think PlayStation will have. But we have to face it, the level of ray tracing we're at right now these days is still not the greatest.
And I think the Xbox will be cheaper.
The Xbox will not be cheaper. The Xbox will be more expensive. I can guarantee you that. PlayStation will be cheaper. Just because looking at it on paper, it will be cheaper. The main chip alone for the PlayStation costs less than the Xbox by a good bit. So yeah, Xbox is going to be more expensive. I'm predicting Xbox to be between $500 and $600 US, even up to $650 depending on certain factors, but probably going to be $499 or $550. For Sony, I predict $399 or $459 or $469. I don't think they want to hit 500 ever again because it was a nightmare the last time they were at 500, and 500 makes it very difficult to sell a console. So Xbox One X kind of proved that. So, and I think that was what, 400? Or was it 500 when it came out? I can't remember, but it was a nightmare too. So yeah, PlayStation will be under 500. Xbox will be 500 or above. This. I mean, I don't know this for sure. This is just my speculation, but that's what I'm feeling. That Xbox is definitely going to be more expensive. I can guarantee you that.
They'll just slap Pro onto the title for the $500 one.
Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do, Beardo. And I think that what we don't know yet is, are these the base consoles? Are there sub consoles? Is there going to be a lower? Is Lockhart still in existence? Is the lower end Microsoft console that half the teraflops of the Series X is it out there? We still don't know yet for sure, which is crazy at this point that we don't know. And for Sony, the PlayStation 5 right now that they're showing us, is that the actual top model? Is there going to be a Pro model later? Is that the Pro model and there's a half model coming at the same time? I couldn't imagine. See, this is why Microsoft is keeping this so secret. If Microsoft launches with two console choices, an Xbox refresh, that allows you to get into the Series X kind of, or the newer console, the newer compute units, so newer, higher power, at a lower cost for like $300 for the lower end console, like let's say $259 or $300 for the Lockhart. But all PlayStation has is the $400 or $450 console, and that's it, and nothing to compete on the lower end. They're screwed. Well, they're going to be screwed for a while. I mean, there's going to be diehard PlayStation fans who are going to buy PlayStation. There's going to be diehard Microsoft who's going to buy Microsoft. But when it comes down to like the average consumer or the shopper at Christmas time, the mother, the father who doesn't know about either, they're going to see, oh, okay, well, Microsoft, Xbox, oh, it's fancy, it's the most expensive one, okay, I can get my son the most expensive one, or, okay, I'm a little thrifty, I don't have that much money, oh, they have a lower Xbox, looks just as good, and oh boy, it's only $300. Okay, so Sony's price point will be in the middle and won't make any sense. Oh, this coffee is wretched. This coffee is wretched. So that's my feeling on that. Beardo, if you want to jump into the show, you can. Just go into the waiting room and I'll move you. Although I don't think I have to move you. You should be a
try whipped coffee. It's amazing.
You should be a moderator. Unless you're not even in my server, which would be hilarious.
Beardo 25. We're putting groceries
Always
away.
the excuses. Always the excuses. Putting groceries away. How dare you? That's okay. I should try whipped coffee. Well, what's whipped coffee? What is that? Like you take cream and you just whip it with coffee? Or is that whipped cream that you just put in coffee and just mix it together? That is quite delicious, I must say.
Psych will be eat with Jason Voorhees later live stream.
Yes. I will be eating with Jason Voorhees later. Don't miss that, folks. You don't want to miss that. You know who I'd love to have lunch with? Who would you like to who would you guys like to have lunch with? Who do you know, I would love to have lunch with Larry David. Or Too Much Tuna. Gil Faison. I would love to have lunch with Gil Faison or George St. Geegland. Because I know what we're having. We're having tuna.
25. It's instant coffee with just a tad of super hot water that you whip to a cream, then pour it over a glass of milk or creamer.
Oh, okay. So instant coffee with a little bit of super hot water that you whip to a cream. So you whip the instant coffee into a cream, and then you pour it over milk or creamer. Ah, is that an East Coast thing? Kind of like an eggs like a
25.
egg milk or whatever it's called.
If our meal plan comes together, we can do a Too Much Tuna lunch.
Oh, that's true. Like an egg cream, is that? I mean, kind of like an egg cream.
Beardo 25. Exactly. It's amazing. Candace made it for me, and I fell in love.
Oh boy, yeah, that does sound delicious. I appreciate you guys coming to watch the show this morning. We've had a few people in and out, but the Pup Cup seems to be not as popular as other things. No. An egg cream is something from it's a New York thing. Here, let's take a look. Okay, so let's go here. All right, egg cream. And you might be going like, what the fuck is an egg cream, right? But
there is one quintessential old school drink that true New Yorkers know can't be bottled. The egg cream. The classic chocolate egg cream, which contains neither egg nor cream, has been a favorite sweet and fizzy concoction mixed up in soda shops and New York bodegas for over a century. And Gem Spot.
It's like chocolate syrup with seltzer water and like cream, and it's supposed to be like the most amazing thing ever, you know. And yeah, so I think yes, delicious. You know, I don't want to play too much of this video because I'm pretty sure they'll copyright strike me.
But I'm getting in the car to head to the city ASAP.
Yes. I like this guy. This guy's look at this guy. Look at this guy. He is he is the quintessential, like what happened to soda shops in the United States? Because this is still popular. Two fat fucks drink the menu. Like Chris, like in Greece, right? People still wear the traditional clothing, you know, for service workers, for people in the restaurant. They still wear the tie, they still wear the shirt, you know, or the hat, you know what I'm saying, Chris? But in the United States, we don't do that anymore. Now it's like everyone just comes to work like they fucking dressed for a rock concert. Look at this guy. Look at this beautiful tie. Look at that smile. Look at that hat. Look, this guy is ready to pour some fucking soda. So let's watch him pour some soda.
Pursuits and public displays of confection in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm Greg. Today we're going to take a step back from candy making and we're going to cover the New York egg cream,
Yes, haha.
a chocolate milk and seltzer soda that contains neither egg nor cream. Since March 15th is National Egg Cream
Look at
Day,
that.
we thought this is the perfect time to do a video on an egg.
March 15th is March 15th is National Egg Cream Day.
Just a candy store. We have a full-service soda fountain in the middle of it too. We also sell toys. We also serve.
Oh my god. Okay, now
It was a place where all sorts of business took place. It was an upscale restaurant of its time, and it was also.
okay, this guy's gonna give us the history of egg cream. We don't really care. But I would say that the style of wearing, you know, appropriate clothing, you know, when you're serving people, I think is so important to have, you know, to have that dress, to have that style. It adds to the experience. You know, if you went to go get an egg cream from this guy serving it at a soda, you know, as a soda jerk, you know, it would enhance the taste. Would it not? Would it not taste better for the gentleman that looks so professional? Would it not taste better from his hands than from some bitch who looks like she just got out of a fucking Subway? Not a Subway sandwich. I mean the fucking New York Subway. Now, here's another one, Beardo. The Dole Whip.
The tiki 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 tiki.
Look at that.
In the tiki 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 room. All the birds sing words and the flowers croon in the tiki 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 room. Welcome to our tropical hideaway, you lucky people, you. If we weren't just
Okay, whoa.
the names of the carpenters who world when
Come on, show us that Dole Whip.
audio animatronics for some reason.
We run it off a little 1-inch tape that has.
I think it's gonna get out of the way. It's my own
When is he gonna get to the Dole Whip?
The recipe calls for a teaspoon of lemon
Okay, so we got lemon juice.
and a teaspoon of lime.
Hey.
Holy shit, it's Durandi. Where have you been?
969. Mile P7
Dole
cash
calls
lab.
for a whole banana to each cup of pineapple juice. That is too banana-y for my taste. I think they'd go
Too banana-y for his taste. Well, okay, Dole Whip normally doesn't have rum in it, but a Dole Whip is fantastic. You're talking about Dole pineapple as well as Dole banana, and
Durandi 969.
it's the good
I've
stuff.
been busy, sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. What are you talking about? It's I'm just poking fun. It's nice to see you. How have you been? Don't worry about being busy. Let's see. There's some good things to watch on YouTube. Hey, look at that. There's good things to watch. The Pup Cup is recommended for us to watch.
Durandi 969.
And
I'm good.
keeping distance and staying home. That's good. Do you like being able to stay home right now? Oh, did I tell you? You know, lately I've been into Barbershop Quartet.
Welcome Main Street.
Bart _ San. Spike It Pup
I-
is one of the best things to watch on YouTube.
Maybe.
969. As an introvert, I love a lockdown LUL.
Yeah, hey, as an introvert, we all love a good lockdown. Oh, thanks, Heartson. Nice to see you this morning.
Durandi 969.
Sure, you can send in some vids.
You know these will be the good old days 20 years from now. And oh my, these will be the good old songs that are on the radio now.
Now, I confession, I've always wanted to be a barbershop singer.
Were sung by Billy Joel. Can't wait.
Durandi 969.
Yesterday I asked you. What do you mean yesterday I asked you? What do you mean? Did you send me like a chat or something?
I miss the old barbershops of yesterday.
Oh, put the
link was deleted.
don't put the whole link, like you know, don't put the whole, or either do it in Discord or put it in chat, but don't put the whole link. Like, you know, like don't put HTTPS in there, and then I can and then that'll be fine.
I know this can't be right. Hey baby, come on. Love you endlessly when you were there for me. So now it's time.
Durandi 969. H.
What the Oh, Durandi, what's going on? Oh, look at that.
I got my rock moves, and I don't need you. And guess what? I'm having more fun. And now that we're done,
Durandi 969. It didn't delete the link in chat.
Oh, I don't see it. Anyway, barbershop. You know, it's good stuff. Something's wrong with my chat right now. Let me restart it. Hold on a sec. It's not showing me the... Okay, now it's showing me the right amount of people watching and everything. It was...
969.
Yeah, tell me the title. Just tell me the title. Is it Show Me One Titty? Because I can show you one titty. Hold on. Wait, where is it?
Can I see one titty? Oh, girl, just give me one titty. Ooh. I just want to see one of your titties, girl.
Durandi 969. Guess the movie in 4 words / Jack's Films. Heart_Sam. I saw your message yesterday. Are you doing better today?
Yes, I'm doing better today. Thank you for asking. Yesterday was a clusterfuck. It was awful. Just awful. Just absolutely awful. I can't even begin to tell you how awful yesterday was. Guess the movie in 4 words, Jack's Films. Okay. Let's take a look at that. I saw your message yesterday. Yeah, so yeah, holy shit, look at that steak. Look at that steak. Wait a second, before we move on, and you can't see it. Hold on. Alright, before we move on.
Can I get some intel on yesterday?
What's the intel on yesterday? Oh, you mean because I was crying and all that action? Well, it's a little personal. I mean, I started this pup cup explaining yesterday already. Like, look, you know.
Durandi 969. I wasn't here yesterday.
even the best of relationships have to go through difficulties at times, and it's not always easy, and it's just not always easy. And sometimes it's a multitude. Sometimes it's a no, it's okay. Sometimes it's a multitude of issues.
I understand.
You know, and Henry and I just really had some major issues, and it wasn't about either of us. It was something else that was going on. So it just hurt me really deeply, and it was just too difficult. And that's why, first of all, okay, so let me tell you. So I had this great podcast planned for Saturday. I had done an interview with somebody for about an hour and a half and had this great content lined up for you guys. Then I go to find out, and then I go render the content for Saturday morning. And I start the render at midnight, and it's not going to be done until like 5:30 in the morning. So I'm like, okay, perfect. It'll be done right in time. Well, it takes like 2 hours extra, so it's like 7 hours. But it's 22 gigs down to 2 gigs. I'm like happy. I'm like, great. So I'm ready to upload this thing. So I go to watch it. The audio on my side is cut out. So like my microphone audio is cut out. So the whole interview, you can't hear anything that I say. So I'm like, fuck. So then, yeah, exactly. So then I go and check the main source video, same thing. And then I go and check my settings for my recorder, and it was set to the wrong microphone source. And I'm like, fucking A. So that footage is gone. It's just gone. And you can't recreate good footage like that. Like when you have a great set of footage, you can't recreate the nuances and the moments and the jokes and all that. It's all one off. So I was like, damn it. So that ruined Pup Cup on Saturday. Sunday, similar issue to Monday. I was crying all morning on Sunday. I couldn't handle doing Pup Cup, but I couldn't even get the message out there that I couldn't really do it. So same thing was going on Sunday. And then finally, yesterday, I posted, I posted that I was having difficulty, and then that leads us to today. So that's where we are at, and things are swell. What the hell is that thing? Is that a peak meter? What is that? Is that a nominal meter? I don't know. But look at this steak.
Hey guys, this is indeed an exciting.
Hold on a second. I don't care. But I love Mike Chen. I'm not saying I don't care about Mike Chen, but let's look at this steak.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time. All right, it has arrived.
Hold on. Wait. Come on. So show me this.
Durandi 960.
Holy.
It's great to hear everything's better. Mile 7 cash love.
Thank you so much, Durandi, and it's nice to see you, of course, too. Look at that steak.
And this is a monstrosity, so it's a bone and ribeye steak.
Jesus Christ, with the blue cheese and the oh my God.
And yes, it is the size of my head.
Oh my God! Send me to heaven and give me 1,000 of those steaks.
I've been wanting to do a video about this for so long, but this place is in Niagara Falls.
Oh,
Riverstone Grill. I don't get to come here that often.
The Riverstone Grill in Niagara Falls. I've heard of it. Never had a chance to get out there. Oh, man, all the times I was in New York, and I should have. Oh my God!
That's some serious
gourmet shit, like Gordon Ramsay once said. Look at that side of rice or whatever.
Caliber of it all, covered in blue cheese.
Oh, good God!
With a massive amount of fries. This plate.
Jesus.
I'm guessing this is around 10 pounds right here. Everything.
Durandi
So
969.
I'm guessing the steak.
I actually had.
Yeah, you had some gourmet yesterday. How'd that go? How did that go? What does YIAY mean? UNAU?
Durandi 969. The
best meal ever. Well, tell us about this best meal ever before we click on this guess the movie thing.
Durandi 969. Yesterday I asked you.
Oh, yesterday I asked you. Okay. But tell us about this gourmet meal. Ruin a relationship in 4 words. You should get tested. Oh God, that's really good. That is super good. But before we continue on to this guess the movie, what's your tell us about your gourmet meal.
Durandi 969. Just a standard gourmet.
There's no such thing as standard gourmet. There's standard dinner, and then there's gourmet. And if you're having gourmet, then there's something special about it. So tell us, what did you eat? What did you have? I'll be the judge if it's standard gourmet, goddammit. Standard gourmet. That sounds like a brand of food that you don't want to eat.
It's a standard European gourmet.
Okay, so what did you eat? Like what kind? What was shrimp? Was it lobster? Was it steak? Was it scallops? Was it escalope de la What was it? Was it some something amazing?
Durandi 969.
Chicken and steak. Okay, very good. Did it have sauce on it? If it's gourmet, usually it'll have sauce. So that sounds very good. Yeah, standard gourmet sounds like a restaurant I wouldn't want to go to, and it also sounds like a food brand. Very much sauce, yes. Very good, very good. All right, so we'll watch this for a few seconds. I don't want to get a copyright clip off.
I asked you, can you guess the movie in just 4 words?
Oh, you know what? This has paid promotion. I can't watch this. Sorry. Okay. Well, we can watch like 1, but we have to be really, really fast. Hold on. Two Garfields, 1 lasagna.
Still a tale of 2 kitties. I just found like 2 separate people reference the same kind of obscure movie. Baby becomes the boss. That's very easy. The Look Who's Talking franchise. The book is better. Okay. Kind of vague, but I think you're talking about The Land Before Time 14. That book was far superior to the...
No, that's subjective. It could have been just as easy as what do you call that book? Son of a bitch, I forgot the name of that sexy book. What's that sexy ass book? About S&M. Oh, God, what is it?
Durandi 969.
Playboy, no, not Playboy. That's one of them. No. God, what is the name of that book?
Bearded 25.
50 Shades of Grey. And of course Beardo comes through with 50 Shades of Grey. And he's right. 50 Shades of Grey. 4 words. 50 Shades of Grey. That was the answer. My buddy coming through with the real answer. Good deal, good deal.
Bearded 25. Fuck you, Mfeo.
What do you mean, fuck me? I'm congratulating you for coming through with the answer. That was the real answer. What do you mean, fuck me? Fuck you. Oh, hey, okay, so let's everyone talk about their first of all, let's all talk about this wonderful video.
Psychopop equal the real Chad.
The real Chad.
Beardy 25.
Yes, it's a pink. Yes, it's a pink vibrator. We already covered that. We already covered my vibrator, which is off camera. But for some reason, you want to bring it up, douchebag. Let's all talk about our most amazing food meals. I would say mine. I have to think about this one. I've had so many great meals all over the world, and I have to think about this one. And it's surprising because I'm thinking to myself that the best meal I've probably ever had was not at a Michelin star restaurant or a 3-star.
Want to know some Dutch foods?
Sure. Tell us about some Dutch foods. I don't know. Let's see. Let me think. Oh. Easily one of the best breakfasts I ever had. In my life. In my life.
I'll BRB gonna try and get into Twitch on my phone. The delay is killing me.
Yeah, the Twitch is much better on the delay. I'm sorry. In my life, the best breakfast I had was in Shanghai, 6 a.m. at this porridge shop, 50 cents at best. Big hot bowl of porridge. It had pork and veggies in it, and it was the best porridge I've ever had, bar none, in my life. I died over this. I had 2 bowls of it. It was so good, and they're so big, and it was so hot. But I mean, seriously, it was like a bowl like this big. Okay, and I had 2 of them. It was so good, and it was less than $1 for both bowls, and came with all this accoutrement, all this toppings and whatnot and everything. Best breakfast I ever had. Shanghai, 6 a.m. Little breakfast shop outside my hotel, which was barely a hotel, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. So that's my most amazing breakfast. My most amazing lunch has to be Taipei, Taiwan.
Bearded 225.
Hello. Has to be in Taipei, Taiwan. That was my most amazing lunch. That was at a French restaurant, actually, in Taiwan. And it was just absolutely wonderful. Escargot, the whole shebang. Lamb. Some goose liver of foie gras, of course. I mean, just so many. So good. And my best dinner, I'm struggling. My best dinner. I think my best dinner would have to be not so much about the food, but when I had a bunch of friends come with me to Vegas. And my host had provided a beautiful spread for us to eat upon check-in when we got to the room. The table was filled with steaks and fries and onion rings and chicken wings and just all sorts of amazing food. And the food wasn't so much about the food wasn't so much about it being good. It was about the being with friends, and that was the best dinner I've ever had. Okay, we got this classic winter dinner. It's a green thick soup called oh my, how do you even pronounce that? Earthen soup. Well, I can get the soap part, the SOEP, soap. Urton soap. Translated split pea soup. Okay, it's always served with a typical Dutch sausage called a rookworst. The W is silent. Urton soup. Okay, Urton soup. Urton soap. Urton soap. Urton soap. Oh, Urton soap. Is that better? Urton soap? Soap? Urton soap. It's always served with a typical Dutch sausage called a rookworst. Translated smoked sausage. You can search Urton soup on Google. I would have to check that out. I love a great split pea soup, and let's take a look. God damn it with this fucking thing. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Oh, okay, I see. Urton soup met Hollandse Urton soap met Boerenrookworst recipe. So recipe for snert soap met gerukt keep recipe. So the recipe, okay, got it. So we've got a recipe for the soup with sausage. Let's check it out. It looks very tasty, I tell you. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, with your volume there. Alright, looking for... Okay, so we start with some oil. Looks like some corn oil. Ah, yes. Extra spicy, I think it says. Is that correct at the top? Extra spicy. Is that extra spicy? Alright, here we go.
969. Is that intro from E3 or something pop champ?
Right? It totally looked like E3.
Durandi 969.
Ah, sapping means juicy, extra juicy. And we're adding some, looks like some smoked ham. Okay, and then we got some water. The split peas. Okay. Some low sodium salt.
Durandi 969. This looks like an emitter.
Yeah, kind of. But the soup, oh, look at those leaks.
Spike, do you remember the Bismarck, the giant German warship?
I do remember the Bismarck. Of course I do. Some green onions. Looks like some...
WTF, she's the most disrespectful bitch to our country.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? She's the most disrespectful bitch. Why does this not look good? Does it? I thought it looked good. Look at that soup. Delicious.
Durandi 969.
This ain't how you cook this shit?
How you cook this shit.
Oh. Well, it looks good to me. Alright, let's look for the more pro style here. Alright. Oh, look at that butter. That's how you do it. And the okay. Is this looks a little bit more real here.
Durandi 969. Look it up on Google and go to pictures.
Okay. But I like the video aspect.
Durandi 969.
Oh, look at that leak. There it is.
We gaan er veel groenten in doen, dus we gaan die prei helemaal gebruiken. Maar we gaan het groen van de prei, zeg het uiterste groen, nog een beetje afsnijden. En dan De helft ongeveer gaan we gebruiken voor de soep.
So you take the middle part for the soup.
Durandi 969.
Om nog zo'n beetje een gestoofde preigarnituur erbij te doen. Om onze soep nog een beetje op te trekken. Dat echt een groentesoep wordt.
He keeps saying soup. That's all I hear.
Uitjes, gewoon een beetje aanstoven. Wij hoeven niet bruin te zien. Gewoon even mee laten pakken in de boter. Prei gaan we
Something about leave those on the stove to brown. I think he said leave the onions on the stove to brown.
Met spinazie en prei zo. Er kan altijd nog een klein beetje zand in zitten. Dus spoel het er goed uit. Want eerst het in je soep zit is te laat. Dan is er niks meer aan te doen. Zo. Dan heb je dus in feite het minder bruikbare gedeelte van de...
This guy looks like he knows what he's doing.
Gerookt, lichtjes
Ah, yeah, he's using the real knuckle. Okay, this is the real deal soup.
Een rauwe varkenspoot. Echt voor de smaak. Een diepe smaak dat daarin zit. Mag er ook bij.
Deep flavor from the hoof. And then you've got... Oh my god, look at that bacon. Holy shit.
Voor zo'n pot soep is dat zeker voldoende. We gaan daar nu niks aan doen. Dat moet ook niet fijn
Smoked ham.
In Dutch, the most CLMMly spoken word is yes.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Leeks are real? I thought it was made up food/toy for Hatsune Miku.
No, leeks are real, Art-san.
Zachtjes aan de kook te brengen. Moet een beetje oppassen. Zo'n gedroogde erwten, dat durft gemakkelijk gaan kleven. Dus we gaan die soep zachtjes aan de kook brengen en dan tegen kookpunt zo een beetje laten bewegen.
All right, let's get to the... Oh, wow, look, okay, the soup is really coming together here. So, okay, so he's using real salt, not low sodium salt, because that's, you know, how, you know, the real deal. I like it when you cook, you know, you cook the real deal. Ah, okay, here we go. Blending it.
969. This guy sounds Flemish.
He's straining the soup now to get it nice and good consistency. So you run it through the strainer, get a nice creamy consistency. And then what do we got here? Add a little water to thin it out, it looks like. Give it a taste. Yeah, not bad. Needs some salt. Of course. Needs a lot of salt, okay. And some pepper.
Fijne smaak van erwtjes, echt van erwtjes zit hierin. En dat is hetgeen dat we zoeken. En een heel klein...
He's like making conversation while he's doing this. Oh, okay. So now what? Is he gonna dice that? Okay, so yeah, he's making the real deal. Let's look at the final product here. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that soup.
Komt een beetje van die prei nog bij. En er komen wat broodcroutonnetjes bij.
That's a true winner.
Dat is erwtensoep van bij ons. Kunnen we toch moeilijk sterk gaan doen. Dat is echt fantastisch wintereten. Denk eraan, 10 centimeter sneeuw buiten en dan zo'n bord soep. Kan er best in.
I agree, it's fantastic. Just like he said. Look at that soup. My God. I would love to try that soup someday. Oh, that looks fantastic. I'd have to see if there's any Dutch restaurants near here. I don't think there are any Dutch restaurants near here. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Oh my gosh. So nice. So delicious. Thank you for introducing us to that, Durandi.
Durandi 969. He said it was GLUL. He must be Flemish.
He must be Flemish. Now, how often do you eat that soup? How often do you get to eat that soup? And does your mother make it or your father make it? And how much time?
All this food talk is making me hungry.
And you just ate cereal? All I've got is a shitty coffee.
Durandi 969.
Oh.
By winter. Probably 2 times a month.
Winter 2 times a month. Who makes it though? Your dad or your mom or you? And like I mentioned earlier today at the beginning of the podcast, I'm drinking Hag, which is a brand of instant coffee from Prague. It's called Hag, or Hag, if you want to say it in English. Hag. I'm drinking Hag, and it's just it's somewhere between coffee and not coffee.
969.
Oh.
Here's split foot. My mom makes the best. Durandi 969.
Yeah. Yeah, Hog. Oh. It's not very good. I mean, because, for instant coffee, it's good.
Durandi 969.
But
isn't Hog Dutch?
Is it Dutch? I don't know. I got it in Prague. But it's like, Oostenpfeifen. It's just not that good compared to the French roast that I usually I drink a special French roast I get from the San Francisco Coffee Company, and grind those beans up and
the Hagen Dutch is dead hot.
And then put in I grind the beans and I put it in the fucking coffee maker and I make 12 cups of delicious French roast. That's how I start my day. But today, because I was so late starting the podcast, I was like, my heater's still on. No wonder why it's so hot. I was like, I guess I should just go ahead and make some instant coffee. And I was like, oh boy, what a letdown. What I really need is some regular coffee, which I'm going to go make after this, because whatever's happening now is just awful. This coffee I've got going right now, it's just awful. So what else is going on in everyone's life? How is everyone dealing with this isolation? Everyone deals with it in their own way. It's, it is getting to some people psychologically, I can tell.
D Asteriski is a Dutch coffee brand.
Is a Dutch coffee brand. Is it good? Do you drink coffee? Aren't you a little young to drink coffee? My little Dutch friend. Aren't you a little young to drink coffee? Well, I don't know. You like some iced coffee? I started drinking coffee when I was probably like 14, maybe 13. I started drinking coffee. I don't know. How about you guys in chat? When did you start drinking coffee? And getting me away from my iced coffee. Nice.
Yeah, I am 13 RN.
Yeah, so, okay. And your parents are okay with you drinking iced coffee? I think the coffee culture is different in Europe. In Europe, you're drinking coffee earlier. It's not uncommon to drink wine at dinner in Europe if you're young. Especially, I think, in Italy or in Greece. Chris can tell us about Greece, but yeah. So, different strokes for different folks. I know out here, I had to drink coffee in secret. My parents would go nuts if they knew I was drinking coffee when I was 13. They would go absolutely ape shit. What about you guys? When did you start drinking your coffee? Oof! Ow! Neck snap, crackle, and popped.
Heart_San. My parent used to give me coffee when I was little to counter my hyperactiveness.
Okay, that does work. People think that's oxymoronic. They think like, wait, you give someone caffeine to get them to settle down? It's like, yes. That's what Adderall does, basically, you know. It's amphetamine, which, you know, you'd think would speed someone up, but as you know, speed will slow someone down that has a disorder, an ADHD disorder or ADD. So, you know, people are like, huh? They don't get it. Thank you for introducing us to that soup, Durandi. That's fabulous. I'll have to try that at some point. Even making the recipe. I don't know if I could get all the ingredients. I could get all the ingredients except probably the proper Dutch smoked sausage. You know, although I think a Polish kielbasa will probably work the same. They look pretty much similar, so I could be wrong. But it should just be a smoky sausage, right, Durandi?
Durandi 969. When my dad bought a cappuccino at a gas station, I was 5 then, he would let me take the foam layer.
Oh, jeez. That's a little early to start on a cappuccino, but all right. That's not too bad. That's good. What else is there? What do we got here? Chris asked me to make a live 10 hours ago. Well, here I am making it live, baby.
Like yesterday, you don't tell me. For $200,000, can you eat a plate with all shit inside? Shit someone else.
No. No, I will not. I will not eat a plate of shit for any amount of money. Oh, bleh. God, no. I don't care if it's $1 million. I'm not eating a plate of shit. You've got a great vid? All right, what is it?
Heart_Sand. Would you eat my cooking for any amount of money?
I know you're cooking, Heart Son, and yeah, I'll eat it. Because I can accept burnt chicken nuggets. or frozen chicken tenders that aren't cooked all the way. I can do that for some money. Lancer Urgent Soap. Is that right? Lancer Urgent Soap.
In Dutch, we've got this
Stupid childish joke made by some old kids show.
He says, which means go eat a poop sandwich.
Go eat a poop sandwich. Ga in broodje poop eten. Poop and eaten. Poop eaten. Boy, you guys have a lot of E's and O's in your language. Like a lot of E's and O's. Ga in, so go broodje, like eat a, no wait, broodje is a sandwich. So ga in means go eat a sandwich. No. Go ga in broodje, wait, means go sandwich poop eaten. Go eat a poop sandwich. That's hilarious. Eating that poop sandwich.
Durandi 969. Literally translation: go a small bread poop eat.
Go a small bread poop eat.
Congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat.
The 100th message today is go small bread poop eat. Congratulations, Durandi, on your 100th message being about the poop sandwich.
Stay in Peru jungle for a night only with water, no weapons.
In the Peruvian jungle with no weapons?
Durandi 969.
Yeah, I guess I could do it, Chris, for $200,000. Is that $20,000 or $200,000? $200,000? Yeah, $200,000. I'll do it. I'll just stay in a tree.
Message to be the 100th.
Yeah, I know. That was bad for the 100th message. Yeah, I'll go eat a poop sandwich. I'll go eat a poop sandwich. I'll go stay in the Peruvian jungle for one night with only water and no weapons. For one night? Yeah, hell yeah, 200,000. I know it's dangerous though, but I'll just go hide in a tree. I'll just go hide up in a tree. Hiding up in a tree. Let's see, what does the pup cup look like? Let's see, what does the pup cup look like? Hey, there's not much delay. Let's see, what does the pup cup look like? Hey, there's not much delay. A little bit. Hey, there's not much delay. A little bit. Looks good though. Let me see.
Heart_San.
Yeah, that's good though.
No matter where you are,
quality looks good.
Yeah,
Quality looks good. That's true. The danger will find me. That is true. So new thing is the ESRB added loot boxes to the ratings, which is like in such a vague way. I'm so mad at the fucking ESRB right now. Oh yeah? Yeah? Okay. Alright, I'll be right there. I gotta go open the door. I'll be right back. I need to go open the door for Henry. So I will be right back. Give me 1 second.
Tweet 3 Fire Vidge says
Be right back.
Nejong Tien.
All right, I am back. This is how you count to 10 in Dutch. You can tell there are lots of E's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something like that. Negen? Is that 9? Sounds a little racist. Boy, this coffee though.
I'm gonna head out. I've to be somewhere soon.
No problem, Matt Hartson. That sounds good. Actually,
Durandi 969. Tien is just pronounced as teen.
Teen. Okay, so the I is like silent. Okay, interesting. So, wir, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that correct? Am I close?
Durandi 969.
Great. All right.
Great.
I can pick up languages pretty quickly.
969. I am teaching you Dutch.
You are teaching me Dutch. Congratulations and thank you. Thank you so much. So, I'm at the bottom of my cup of coffee. That means, you know what? It's time to go. But,
Durandi 969.
Oh, you're learning French right now.
French right now.
That's cool. That's cool beans, buddy. It's always good to learn more languages. Trust me. I think it's great. Anyway, but Henry just got here, and I'd love to chat some more, but I think he's going to probably want to rest some. And I'm at the end of my cup of coffee, so you know what that means. It's the end of the pup cup. So thank you guys for joining, having a great chat with me this morning. I appreciate it. Thanks, Durandi, for coming by. Hope to see you again soon. Of course, thank you, Heartson, Beardo, everybody else who joined in. Chris, of course. Who could we forget you? Yes, I will have a game later, and we will play something, maybe Dead by Daylight or Killing Floor 2, because you asked for it. So why not?
Sure.
So, or Doom Eternal maybe, but I had problems with that the other day, so we shall see. But either way, have a great night, have a great day. We'll see you again later. Bye-bye.